Hello everybody, Lawrence Fleming here again. Well, today I'm going to go a little bit south of here and give you a quick tour of the Renaissance Festival. This is going to be a quick run through because you can spend all day and not cover everything. So I'm just going to give you some of the highlights. One, it's fun to do something like this, but two, you get a chance to see a little glimpse of what people might have looked like and worked like back in the day. The Renaissances, after the Dark Ages, are coming out of it. There's some changes when it has to come with the Bible. We got the biggest change is that a lot of the people back then were replacement theology. Let's just be nice to them. They didn't know any better. Martin Luther was a big one for that. A lot of other good things, but that was a misinterpretation. It happens to the best of us. Okay, if we're still here, think about this. The people back then didn't have any technology. Coming out of the Dark Ages, a lot of people died from the plague. They had no idea what it was. So when you see everybody here, some dressed in garb, dressed up in period clothes, some not. I'm going like this, so I'm not in garb today. But then I can blend in better. If I wear too much of my garb, people keep stopping me and taking my picture. It's not me, it's the gear. But back then they had no clue. Very ignorant to what's going on in the world, and yet the Bible applied to them. It hasn't changed. It was written hundreds of years before they read it. It's been written hundreds of years before we've read it. Now we've got better technology now, better printing, better computers. We can track it better. We can resource it better. But if they're looking at, if they're reading the King James Bible, that's the way they talked then. The King's English. It's not the way we talk now. But it is a good translation because it is a word-for-word translation. So I personally like the New King James. Back to English, but still a word-for-word translation. Anyhow, enjoy a few little scenes from the Renaissance Festival. I'm not going to bore you with too much. If you like it, I'm going back at least one more time. It's there through the end of May. I'll shoot some more video. But I hate to bore it, and I don't want to highlight me. This is all about God, remember? But like I say, we should be enjoying these times as much as possible. There's not a lot of time left. Don't be sitting around. If you're sitting on your front porch waiting, one, you're not doing the great commandment. We got to get this message out. Don't pass it on to somebody else. And don't make somebody go through the tribulation, part of it at least, because you wouldn't talk to them. Give them the easy way out. Everybody's going to be struggling. Everybody's starting to struggle now, but this is the beginning. It's nothing yet. We have an election year where the other party isn't concerned. How many political ads have you seen? Normally they're on every 5 minutes. It's a lot. There's a lot going on that we don't know about. So continue to be ready. We're still here. I'm making this Easter Sunday. And with church over, the afternoon will be spent at the Renaissance Festival. And at least at this one, it ends at the end of the day with a sing where all the groups that are performing in the different venues get together and basically take over the bar. I call it a bar, a pub, whatever. You don't have to drink at the pub. In fact, they don't serve alcohol at the pub itself. You have to go outside for that. And this is Georgia, so on Sunday there's no serving alcohol before noon. So the first part of the day is always going to be peaceful. It doesn't get out of hand anyway. Back in the days, they had drinkers like they do now. Some lightly, some drink what they can afford, some drink what they can't afford. It's a controlling substance that, as long as you can control it instead of it control you, it's okay. Don't rely on it to change your emotion. It's a relaxant, it's a depressant. Too much of it and you get too depressed. So drink safely, drink wisely. Jesus turned water into wine. Now back then, that was a good thing. And the reason for it was the water was often polluted. Adding a little bit of alcohol meant that it was going to kill the pathogens that were in it. Kids drank wine back then for the same reason. It's very diluted, but it was safer than just drinking water. And they did so during the Renaissance as well. They might make theirs out of honey, call it mead. They had beer. Beer was invented by the Egyptians when they left grain in those big clay jars and forgot about them, or they got rained on and got water inside and it fermented. Who was the first to try to drink it? Don't know. When he started feeling really good, he probably went back for more and then figured out what it was. Discovery. Okay. This is a fun video. It's not very long, but I just wanted to get you a little flavor of it. Next time I'll be in garb, so I'll fit in with the other crazy pirates. And the pirates weren't all bad, and they weren't bad at the beginning. At the beginning, pirates were mercenaries hired by our government because we didn't have a navy. It wasn't until our government turned on them at the end of the war, after we won, and told them, we don't want to have anything to do with you. That was a mistake. Highly trained mercenaries were out of a job with nothing else to do. Someone didn't use their head, or maybe the ruler of this world injected his idea. I think that's probably more like it. Hollywood, of course, makes up all kinds of things about pirates. Pirates didn't talk like, "Arr, I'm a pirate, arr." They don't talk like that. Robert Newton, who played Long John Silver in Disney's Treasure Island, that was the way he spoke, naturally. That was not an accent. And he got to play the pirate. So everybody thinks that that's the way pirates talk. Now, he was from Wales, and he spoke like that all the time. But now, if we don't say, "Arr," we're not a pirate. It's funny how things happen like that. Sometimes the history of something is more enticing than the real thing. Okay, enjoy these short little clips. Won't take you 2-3 minutes, I don't think. And I'll film more if you want it, let me know. I'll be filming anyway for the next round for our group of pirates. Happy Easter, everyone. Yeah, I know, we're still here, but God's still here. Have fun, enjoy life. Till we meet in the clouds, God bless.
All right, go.
Some archery down there. Lots of things for everybody to do. Lots of rides for the kiddies. Many cool sights to see at the Renaissance Festival. When it's time, there'll be a jousting event there.
Absolutely.
Good music.
Watch already.
Thank you.
But on the back of it has all of our social.
We have taverns that can serve you adult beverages as well as other drinks, lemonade and things, so you can choose what you want. All available at a Renaissance festival. There's going to be music here at 1 o'clock. I'm going to catch some of it.
I cannot stay, for I'm bound upon a sailing ship to a land that's far away. Yes, I'm traveling to find a better life. For I will make
Friar Finnegan.
in that land before I'll make that girl my wife.
He travels to different Renfests, so you can find him around the country.
Salty deck underneath the billowed sail. As a shantyman, I found a place and I bought some bottom land. After 3 years back to Dublin town to ask for her hand, and I'm traveling. You know I cannot stay for a pound upon a sailing ship to a land that's far away.
You get a lot of good choices of food.
This next arrangement may be perhaps the most difficult arrangement.
Later on, they're going to have a jousting competition here. If I'm still here, I'll try to catch it for you. You will find vendors galore at a Renaissance festival. If you want to dress up, you can find costumes and accessories. And they have good music. They have pubs all over the place. Drinking is optional because the alcohol is actually sold outside. And you just go inside and listen to the music.